Hi everybody, welcome to this broadcast. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are and wherever you are viewing this from in this wonderful planet of ours. This is just a little preamble for something I'm planning to do in the very near future, and that is a little program called Getting Wrapped Up. And you're wondering, what is getting wrapped up? Well, what does that actually mean? Just think about it. There are loads of getting wrapped up. For example, you could be getting presents wrapped up. So Christmas presents, birthday presents, any kind of presents at all. Or if it's really cold, getting wrapped up is getting nice and warm and cozy, getting extra layers on, etc. That's another wrapped up. What about filming or producing something? Have you ever heard that's a wrap? Yep, exactly. So everything's been done, everything's good to go, that's it. But there's also another wrapped up, and that's our lives. At the end of them, we're getting wrapped up, ready to go. We've just seen Prince Philip. His funeral's been live worldwide. He was a good Christian man, and he was well and truly ready, wrapped up, ready to go. Because the other kind of wrapped up we've got is when you're getting wrapped up to move house. To go from one residence to the next. And for those of us who are Christians, we believe that when we leave this life, we are going to, as Jesus said, in my Father's house there are many mansions. So a place is prepared for us. What's that got to do with getting wrapped up? Well, I want to take you back to an earlier point in my Christian life when I met a guy called Bill Mercer. Now, Bill was the musical director at our Baptist church. I played under him, so this was in Inverkeithing, in the ancient kingdom of Fife. And funnily enough, he was also the president of the Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship International chapter in Dunfermline, where the ancient kings and queens of Scotland reigned. King Robert the Bruce, Queen Anne, etc., etc. However, I stayed one night with him early in my Christian life, and I was really very, very keen to read my Bible and also to become a better person. And he said to me, Stuart, he said, I want to give you one bit of advice which take with you for the rest of your days. Read a chapter of Proverbs every day. He says, whatever day of the week it is, whatever date, read that chapter of Proverbs. So on the first you read chapter 1, then the second, chapter 2, etc., etc. He says, obviously, that's not going to happen every month because there are months that don't have 31 days. What is it they say? 30 days, half September, April, June and November. All the rest of 31, except in February, which is 28 days clear and 29 in each leap year. So, thankfully, I did practice that before I started. However, on those days, which are not 31, you read the remaining chapters. So if it's the 28th, read that chapter and then 29, 30, 31. If it's a 30-day month, read the 2 chapters, 30, 31. The rest, obviously. That's it. Basically, that's getting wrapped up. No, wait a minute. Wrapped up? Right. Wrapped up is an acronym. And the acronym stands for, let's get this right, Getting Wisdom Reading a Proverbs passage every day. That's getting wrapped. What does up mean? Up means until perfect. Eh? Until perfect, but we're never going to be perfect. Exactly. So you read it every day for the rest of your life. And that's it. And at the end of your days, you will then be ready to get wrapped up. That's a wrap. Get wrapped up now.
The Proverbs of Solomon son of David, king of Israel, for gaining wisdom and instruction, for understanding words of insight, for receiving instruction in prudent behavior, doing what is right and just and fair, for giving prudence to those who are simple, knowledge and discretion to the young. Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance, for understanding proverbs and parables, the sayings and riddles of the wise. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. They are a garland to grace your head and a chain to adorn your neck. My son, if sinful men entice you, do not give in to them. If they say, "Come along with us," let's lie in wait for innocent blood, let's ambush some harmless soul. Let's swallow them alive, like the grave, and whole, like those who go down to the pit. We will get all sorts of valuable things, and fill our houses with plunder. Cast lots with us, we will all share the loot. My son, do not go along with them, do not set foot on their paths, for their feet rush into evil, they are swift to shed blood. How useless! To spread a net where every bird can see it. These men lie in wait for their own blood, they ambush only themselves. Such are the paths of all who go after ill-gotten gain, it takes away the life of those who get it. Out in the open wisdom calls aloud, she raises her voice in the public square, on top of the wall she cries out, at the city gate she makes her speech.
How long will you who are simple love your simple ways? How long will mockers delight in mockery, and fools hate knowledge? Repent at my rebuke. Then I will pour out my thoughts to you. I will make known to you my teachings. But since you refuse to listen when I call, and no one pays attention, when I stretch out my hand, since you disregard all my advice, and do not accept my rebuke, I in turn will laugh when disaster strikes you. I will mock when calamity overtakes you, when calamity overtakes you like a storm. When disaster sweeps over you like a whirlwind, when distress and trouble overwhelm you. Then they will call to me, but I will not answer. They will look for me, but will not find me, since they hated knowledge, and did not choose to fear the Lord. Since they would not accept my advice, and spurned my rebuke, they will eat the fruit of their ways, and be filled with the fruit of their schemes. For the waywardness of the simple will kill them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them, but whoever listens to me will live in safety, and be at ease, without fear of harm.